That is my top tip for camping. If you want shade, if you want privacy, come into the corner. Malelane Camp is situated on the southern boundary of the Kruger National Park and has one of the most epic gardens and sceneries because the Crocodile River splits the Malelane Camp, the Kruger National Park, and the sugarcane fields of the outside world. Towering trees are the standout feature of this magnificent camp garden. Wonderful baobabs, jackalberries, marulas, there's nyala trees, there's some spectacular trees, and of course, with spectacular trees comes spectacular bird life. So if you're an avid birder, you do not need to look any further than Malelane Camp. Just come book a stay here and stay in the campsite, stay in the camp, and you will see incredible birds. Look at this majestic baobab tree. Incredible. You'll see many of these in some of the camps in Kruger National Park. These are bat boxes for your fruit bat. They operate during the early hours of the evening into the late evening and early hours of the morning. While staying at Malelane Camp, one can likely see elephants coming to drink, buffaloes, impala, and even hear hippos at night time, and many times there are hyenas that walk around the fence line, especially up towards the campsite, which we're going to go to now. Isn't this the best place to just sit down, read a book, look at your WhatsApp messages, send an email, phone a friend, phone a family member? This is spectacular. What an incredible place. You got the view of the Crocodile River. Unfortunately, this is a camp that's on the southern boundary of the Kruger National Park. It's the only camp built on a boundary fence on the boundary of the Kruger Park, and therefore you have the outside world. You can see the outside world and you can even hear the outside world. There are sugarcane fields on that side, and there are some industrial buildings and factories on that side over there. So that is a point to note. But having said that, it is a beautiful garden, beautiful trees. The river is spectacular. You've got access to one of the most incredible game viewing areas in the Kruger Park. The southern side is probably the last place that you can find right, but a big five in one day. So if you're looking for the big five in one day, Malelane's probably your best camp. And because it's a very small camp, it allows you to get out early in the morning and not have so many people around you, especially in the summertime. The camp gates open at 4:30 and the outside gates open at 5:30, meaning you have 1 full hour before everyone from outside is allowed to come in. So tomorrow morning when we leave, we have a full hour before anyone from the outside can come into the Kruger National Park, which is amazing because an hour in the morning is gold. That is really, really gold. So let me take you and show you the rest of this camp and explain to you how many units there are and what each unit has to offer. So there are 15 campsites here at Malelane Camp. Each one has a bra place, an electrical plug point. Maybe 8 or 9 of these campsites are on the fence line, which is where you want to be. Hyenas come around here at nighttime. I've seen elephants around here. It's really, really special to be on the fence line, especially if you're staying here a long time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. It's a really great place to be staying, is on the fence line. Otherwise, down here in the corner, these campsites do not have numbers. So here in the corner by number 5, this is really peaceful, really private, really quiet. Otherwise, right in the corner, if you come in and you turn left and you drive all the way into the corner, that's also a really nice, private, quiet and beautiful place. But if you're looking for shade, I would suggest that you come into the corner by number 5. That is my top tip for camping. If you want shade, if you want privacy, come into the corner by number 5. So this is the open kitchen, and over there is your countertop. You have a fridge, you have your hot water machine, so you can make coffee in the morning quite easily or fill your hot water flask. There is a basin with hot water, and there's also a gas stove over here to cook your food. The units, there are 5 units. There are 4 4-bed units with utensils in them, a toilet and a shower and basin, 4 beds and 4 units, and there is an aircon, and there's 1 unit that is a 3-sleeper. So there are 5 units total. So you have 5 bungalows and you have 15 campsites. It's a very, very small camp. Let me take you and show you this kitchen here, and then take you and show you the closed kitchen. So here you have a deep freeze, you have cupboards where you can store your stuff, you have a basin to wash your food and your dishes, and you have a stove, gas stove over here, which is perfect. There are no utensils or anything in these cupboards. Those are in your unit. If you're a camper, you have to have everything yourself. But there is a deep freeze if you would like to use the deep freeze. It's a communal deep freeze, communal kitchen, perfect place to come and enjoy cooking if it is raining outside. The next thing we can talk about is game drives. Malelane is one of the best places to find leopard, rhino, buffalo, elephant, and lion. The Berg area, Malelane area, has become infamous for its ability to produce the big five in one day. Also, there are quite a few wild dog packs that operate this side. Cheetah is going to be very difficult to find. I do know people who have seen serval down this side. Anything else that you're looking for, like a caracal or pangolin, that I'm not too sure about, but this area definitely does produce really good leopard, really good lion, and really good wild dog. It is a spectacular campsite, and like I said, the exclusivity is amazing, not only because it's not busy and it's quiet and it's peaceful, but when you leave in the morning early, if you leave early in the morning, maybe there's another 3, 4, 5, 6 cars max. I don't think I've ever left the gate in the morning and there's been more than 6 people going out, which means Berg is about 15, 20 kilometers that way, which means they've still got to catch up to you. The gate is 5 kilometers that way, but now in summer you have an hour before them. If it's in winter time and they come in the same time as you, you might have 4 cars 10 minutes behind you, which means you still have exclusivity and you still have a little bit of an advantage of being out early in the morning, because the early bird catches the worm. You want to be on the roads early in the morning because that's when the animals are on the roads. As soon as more than 10 cars pitch up to a sighting, sometimes even less, sometimes 5 cars, animals move off the road because of the congestion, because of the noise, and because they get irritated.